Canadian wine lovers, we are live counting down every night from now till Christmas Day with Canadian wine reveals and Canadian winemaker interviews. Carl Boucher.
Welcome, Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country. Day one. This is day one of our Pan-Canadian Advent Calendar reveal, and let's get the fun started. I mean, I'm so freaking excited to start. This has been in the making for almost 6 months now, and it's go time. It's go time. 12 wines, 12 nights, 12 interviews, and a lot of fantastic world-class Canadian wines. And it starts now. I mean, we have the wine number one. People who purchase their Advent calendar should have had a little list with a little what to do with your bottle. And we were suggesting to serve it chilled because I don't know if people already have opened it. But we are going to open ours whenever Mira think it is the right moment to do so. We're going to have a winemaker is going to join us in a few minutes time as well. So Mira Boucher, good evening. Good evening, everyone who are tuning in. Please let us know in the chat, where are you tuning in and what is in your glass tonight? We know what's in your glass. We know. And let us know where you're from, because what we've noticed last year, it's same people are tuning in every night, and people are starting to know each other and comment with each other. So it's become like that becomes really like a lot of fun to see all of the comment coming out and people knowing each other from across the country. So let us know where you're from. Mike and Jen, welcome.
Nice to see you guys. I have to say, Lisa and Jared did something quite remarkable, what sounds like such restraint, such patience. Sounds like they've opened the bottle, they have it in their glass, but they have not unwrapped it. I love that. Very smart.
That is really cool. It is really cool. Just pop just pop the cork off, or what? How's that work?
Yeah, I love it. Such patience, such restraint. Ooh, that's awesome. Louise is on as well with a friend, Kelly, joining. So I know that I think 4 members had their wines delayed because of the flooding situation in BC. We're very sorry about that. That will hopefully be resolved tomorrow, but it's awesome that you're joining us regardless if you have wine in your glass or not, because it's going to be really fun to listen each night to winemakers and different people involved with wineries and hear the stories behind these wines. These wines are remarkable. Like, Carl, if there's one skill that they have to write on your tombstone, it's going to be that he is like so good at curating experiences, but also finding the most incredible wines. And yeah, when we finally saw the end result of this lineup, we're like, wow, if anybody out there doubts if Canadian wine can age well, over these 12 nights, we're going to be tasting back vintages all the way to 2007. And spoiler alert, it did age well. If anyone thinks we can't make bold reds, we've got some big, bold reds. If anyone thinks we can't make world-class sparkling, we've got some world-class sparkling. If anyone thinks we can't make incredible whites, we've got some of those. So yeah, this is like a gorgeous showcase of Canadian wine that you've put together, Carl Boucher. It's super exciting.
It is I think it's my Christmas today to get this started. I am so freaking thrilled. Mira's going to crack open. Mira's going to open the wrapping here. We're going to unveil number one. And after that, I think Mira has a little surprise, a little show live for us. Something pretty cool that she's going to do.
Carl was like, oh, I'm just going to open it before the show. I'm like, what are you talking about? No. We're going to unwrap it, and then I will open it, but in a spectacular way. And the winemaker actually is already in the green room, so we'll get to it. So this is wine number one. Some of you have it already in your glass. Some of you are just finding out what it is. And oh, Arthur, nice to see you. That's awesome. So let's unwrap it and then let's open it together. Hey, shall we? Dun, da, da, da. And I should also mention, if you're leaving a comment, I'm going to enter you in a nightly draw. And tonight's draw is, we got 2 prizes. I'll tell you about them after. But this is wine number 1. You guys ready? So
there you go. Noble Ridge, the Grand Reserve, the 2017 vintage from Okanagan Falls, one of the very, very, very top BC sparkling, I would say maybe ever produced. 150 cases made of that incredible beauty. And here we are. I gave it 93 plus points in the past. I mean, John Schreiner gave that wine 96 points. Catherine McKishney, who she's a champagne master. She's really specialized into bubbly and traditional method. She writes articles. She gave it 100 points. So perfect score on that wine. I mean, this is I believe 78% Chardonnay, 22% Pinot Noir. Beautiful, gracious, very sophisticated sparkling method. So I'm not going to go into much technical detail because I have the winemaker in the green room to talk about these very specific intricacy of winemaking, and which is even more complicated when we talk about champagne method. So I'm going to let Benoit talk about that in a few minutes time. But yeah, this is our wine number 1. Mira, what do you want to do with that? Because I can't wait to retry that wine. I haven't tasted that wine in a year now. And I cannot freaking wait to have some in my glass.
Me too. So I was like, we can't just open it because it's a bubbly. And we all know how much I like the thrill of sabering. So I'm going to saber it. I have to go get a knife. Carl Boucher, do I take the this cage off or leave it on? I take
none of us. If you go get a knife, you leave the cage on first. Leave the cage on. Go get the knife. Come back, and we'll talk about the rest of the process. Okay.
So I've done this maybe 10 times in my life now. So it's not my first time, but it's not my 1000th time like Carl. So Carl's saber.
That's all good. Last time I did it live, the bottle blew up in my face.
Yeah, that happened too. So, you know,
it sure did. It sure did. You come back. You come back. We featured Noble Ridge once before, and this was one of our bonus pick. I mean, Noble Ridge makes incredible sparkling. They have a very deep portfolio showcasing the wonderful terroir of Okanagan Falls. To me, there's 2 terroir extremely special for Chardonnay and in the Okanagan, in Western Canada, in BC. I would say Okanagan Falls comes first, and also Summerland, the Garnet Valley and the Summerland area. I believe that the Chardonnay who comes from this region are very, very special. So yeah, we're gonna
here we go.
One together. 2017 vintage. We lost Mira. Oops, she's back. There you go. So yeah.
Good. All right.
And Mira, make sure you highlight the Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Make sure I highlight the what?
The comments, because with my setup, I can't see the comments.
Yeah. So no, it's just all the crew is here. Sandy's here. Tracy's here. Mike and Jen are here. It's so great to see you guys across the country. And we got Arthur is having Blue Mountain Pinot. Kelly's tuning in from Nanoose Bay.
Hey,
and Louise, I think, know each other. So that's awesome to see you, Kelly.
And also, you know what? If someone's tuning in tonight and say, fuck, I would like to have that advent calendar too. We have one pack, all wrapped and packed, taped, and ready to go. So if someone wants one, Mira can also put the link and we can ship it out tomorrow morning overnight, and it will you will be good to go on Wednesday.
And we have a couple other ones that are in reserve in case this flooding situation has caused some mishap with the 3 or 4 that are still on their way. So we'll make sure you get one. Next year, there should be a group sabering session. That's a great point, Rob. I think everyone should get a chance to saber at some point in their life. It's so exciting. Okay, so we
did a sabering session in one of our events.
We did, didn't we? Which event was that?
At Bellaterra, at our I think that was at the Winery of the Year party at Bellaterra. We had a sabering station.
That's true. That's true. So I take this off. I find the
keep your thumb on the cork.
On it. Okay. I find the seed.
Make sure you take your thumb off before when you slice the knife.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna do my best. Okay, can you see it?
Follow the seams. Follow the seams. Yep.
Oh. Woo!
There you go. Well done.
I'm just glad that it didn't go into the bottles up there. I was thinking that would be quite something.
Yeah, bowling alley, please, no thanks. There you go. Congratulations, Mira. That was a good one. I love that. So yeah, sabering 101 with Mira Boucher. I don't know if people know that, but I did saber one live at some point, and the bottle absolutely blew up in my face. That was quite a disaster.
It has to be well chilled.
It sure
and the
does.
other thing is, you've also sabered a wine in front of like 500 people with a spoon on New Year's Eve.
With the teaspoon, nonetheless. And it was a Krug Clos des Minelles. For people who know about champagne, and I'm looking at you, Lisa Goodnesson and Jared Goodnesson, Krug Le Clos des Minelles, to a 1996 vintage, I believe. And in Calgary, Chicago Chap House was absolutely packed on New Year's Eve, and the owner had me stand up on the table right in front of the wine cellar, gave me a teaspoon, and he said, "Saber that bottle just before midnight." So yeah, there you go.
There you go. Well, I'm going to bring you up some wine, but before I do that, you know what? We should introduce Jean.
Not Jean, but Benoit Gauthier.
Yeah,
well, because when we talk bubble, we often bring Jean-Benoit Delaurier, winemaker at Benjamin Bridge. But Benoit's going to have the chance to take himself to a legend status as well, because what he makes in terms of bubbly is freaking spectacular. So I can't wait to chat with him.
Absolutely.
Bring him on.
So let's bring him on. Benoit, so good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Nice to see you guys. Well, thank you for having me on the show here. It's a pleasure to be here tonight, and thank you for everybody for tuning in on the show. We're going to have lots of fun tonight.
I think so. I mean, Mira kicked us off pretty good with the sabering. I mean, come on, she deserves a little round of applause here, right?
Very good, very good. I think she's doing better than I usually do, so that's great.
That's awesome. Benoit, okay, let's get started with something like completely unrelated with the 2017 Grand Reserve, the one. Let's talk about the 2025 harvest. I mean, come on, you guys had a really rough patch a year ago. Now, finally, the grapes, the BC grapes, the Okanagan grapes, the estate grapes are back, and you get your work cut out this year. So tell us a little bit about 2025.
Yeah, it was unprecedented. I mean, in 2024, we went from 0 grapes to this year about 120% of our regular yield. So it was from, a total disaster to the vineyard bounced back. We had a lot more grapes forecasted, and I'm just not even fully recovered from harvest, and it's mid-December. So I do need the Christmas holiday to take everything out, and great. But it's been a fantastic year, 2025. I think the summer was I would say picture perfect. It was a long, warm summer, not too hot, not too cold, pretty dry overall, lots of heat, and then lots of grapes. So it was very good.
I know that different year brings different, different result in the sense that some grapes show better certain years than others. And I know many winemakers often tell me, Carlos, it's too early to tell. I need to see what's happening with the fermentation. I need to see what's happening with like how the wine is going to evolve a little bit. But is there any rock star grapes that you think is coming out of 2025, some better than others?
Yeah, for my vineyard, actually a little bit unusual, but this year, like you said before, the Chardonnay is good in Oak Falls. Well, this year, I think it's the best Chardonnay I ever grown. The intensity of the flavor and the balance of the acid and sugars overall, I've never seen that before to the level of quality. So right off the bat, when we started harvesting the Chardonnay, I could see the difference. And right now I make the different kind of Chardonnay. Some of it is stainless steel fermented, some of it is barrel fermented, and it's going to be aging a little bit. And all the lots are much above the quality that we usually get. And usually it's very good quality. So I think this year is going to be a Chardonnay year.
Oh, that makes me happy a lot. Sorry, I just changed devices. I had a little problem with my volume here. So I'm just coming back. Oh, shit. There you go.
Sorry about that.
That's the beauty of live. Sometimes when you pre-record, you can avoid that. But there you go. So a Chardonnay year in Okanagan Falls. That is really, really freaking cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got the Master Saber with Mira. She just did a terrific job here. And that's what we have here in our glass, the 2017 Grand Reserve. Hey, first and foremost, in the chat, I want to know, people who are listening, what is your first opinion, you guys, with the first sip of Grand Reserve? Hope everyone enjoying the wine. Let me know what you think. And so Benoit.
Wait.
When did you start with Noble Ridge? So I think 2017 was not your wine completely, but tell us a little bit about your background and when did you start with Noble Ridge?
Actually, I joined Noble Ridge in 2011, and when I joined the crew, I started managing the vineyard, and then after that, I was partly of the winemaking. And back then in 2012, we had very good consultant winemaker that was managing a little bit the winemaking. And then it was in 2014 that I started also making the wine. So managing the vineyard, making the wine, and kind of managing overall the production part of the business. And then since then, I've been in charge of, pretty much everything production.
So this wine is yours completely from start to finish?
From start to finish, it's mine, yeah.
There you go. There you go. So, I mean, almost picture perfect for some people who are tasting these wines. How would you describe this wine at first, like in terms of style?
I think in terms of style, it's very a classic champagne style. You're gonna see it's all in the finesse and the complexity of the nose. That you comes in, you're gonna see the nice, yeasty brioche notes. You're gonna see the nice crisp fruit, like citrusy notes, a little bit of green apple on it. And then on the palate, it's the balance of a little bit of weight on the wine, but also freshness, but also the acidity is really well balanced as is. As most of my sparkling wines, I do natural brut, so I don't do any dosage in it. So what's very critical for me is to harvest the grapes really at the right time, which will ferment, age in the bottle, and after that it's aged, for a very long time in the bottle, it's gonna reach perfect balance, and that's what I'm seeking in every of my vintage of sparkling wine.
So you just mentioned the term dosage. Let's extrapolate a little bit about that terminology, because people ask me sometimes what's the real meaning of dosage and how do you do the adding of sugar when you do dosage. So if we can talk a little bit about that, just to give people a little bit of knowledge about that terminology.
Yeah, well, the dosage, like making a sparkling wine, happens kind of in 2 steps. First step is basically is making white wine. So you're gonna harvest your grapes a little bit early, so lots of acidity, not too much sugar, and then you're gonna make a base wine that is still that is flat at about 10 and 11% most of the time. And then after that, once you produce that wine, you're gonna re-ferment that wine into the bottle where you're gonna get all the carbonation. And the dosage gonna happen just once the wine has been aged for a very long time and it's time to disgorge. Well, when you remove the yeast and then get ready to put the cork in, that's at that point where you got the winemaker has the ability to maybe do a little bit of dosage, which is adding a little bit of sugar to the wine. So if your wine is very acidic, adding a little bit of sugar to it is going to smoothen out that acidity, and it's going to balance out the mouthfeel and bring a little bit more volume in the mouthfeel. So some of the wineries would use that strategy to, kind of balance their wine last minute. But my strategy is really to pick my grapes at the right time so that I don't have to do that, because I find that natural birth is the wine that's going to deliver me the best quality overall and the best finesse in winemaking.
And so when you add the sugar, do you add cube sugar or
No,
or maybe just a little liquid sugar? How's that work?
In terms of the logistics, is when it's time to disgorge, actually, you need to riddle your bottles. So basically, you're gonna rotate your yeast to the neck of the bottle. I think everybody's probably seen the process a little bit. It takes quite a while. So by hand, the process takes maybe between 20 days and 30 days. Or you can have, now with the new technology, with the Giro palette, you're going to stack all your bottles into a pallet, and then electronically the computer is going to rotate the cage so that the yeast goes down in the neck of the bottle. And once your bottle is upside down with the yeast at the bottom, you will freeze the neck. So you're going to put your bottle into a bathtub of really cold glycol. And then once the bottom freezes in an ice cap, it's going to contain the yeast in it. And then you're going to put it in the disgorging machine, which will pop the cap. So the plug of ice is going to be ejected because it's quite under pressure. And then all the yeast is going to come out. So what's going to be left inside is clean wine, but you're going to lose a little bit. So in that machine, the first step is going to be to do your dosage. So basically having the possibility to add a little bit of sweetness on that at that point in time. And that the dosage is liquid. So within the machine, you need to make with wine, basically a very, very sweet wine. And you can, use, I would say regular sugar. You can use different kinds of sugar, or even in France, sometimes they use a little bit of cognac into the dosage to add some flavors, add some complexities. And then once you add the dosage or not, then the machine will refill the bottle to 750, because you lost a little bit of volume. So you want it back to 750 ml to get a full bottle. And then after that, it's ready to put the cork, the wire for safety, and the foil, the label. It goes into a box, and you're off to go.
Yeah. Hey, how many sparkling do you make on a yearly basis? How many different do you make?
It varies a little bit from time to time, but I think I'm on a consistent basis. I think I make four SKUs, sometimes 5, between 4 and 5 SKUs.
Okay, depending on if it's a great vintage, you will come up with the Grand Reserve, and you usually do your rosé, your regular, your and you do also a non-vintage.
I have not done. Well, I've done the fizzy one, which is non-vintage, which is a Fresante style, and then I do a Blanc de Blanc. I did Magnum Blanc de Blanc, and every year, depending on what I think in the vineyard is going to give me the best, that's what I'm going to do.
So let's get back to 2017 vintage. Let's talk about the vintage and itself, which was a very a roller coaster. 2017, lots of heat spike, rain event, there was everything in that year, right?
Yeah, it was. I would say among the challenging years. Definitely, we got overall lots of heat. So for sparkling, when you have lots of heat, it's really important to really be on top of harvest, because it takes only 3-4 days to be past your prime point of harvesting. So I had to harvest these ones in early September. to make sure that I didn't get too much sugar, I didn't lose too much acidity, and just strike the perfect balance. So overall, I think in the fall it was pretty dry, so I was pretty happy with having the good conditions to harvest without any delays. So I think overall I'm really, really happy with the one that I've made during that year.
Let's talk about the Grand Reserve classification, because not every year you're going to do a Grand Reserve. What would make your production, something goes to the Grand Reserve, something goes to the regular sparkling? How do you classify that?
It's about tasting. So when we decided to do a Grand Reserve, it's about tasting the wine in the bottle and see. I can predict just so much, 5 years in the past of what's going to happen in the future. But what you can do is, as you produce your wine, you can taste it as it evolves in the bottle. And that's really by tasting it and tasting as, 3 years have passed, 4 years have passed, and tasting the potential of a future all-star wine that we decide to, for the Grand Reserve, we decided we're going to leave it extended period of time in the bottle. So this one we aged for 66 months in the bottle before disgorging. And this is what we could see, at the kind of 3-4 year mark. We decided to leave it down for an extra period of time because we think it's going to reach the potential of a Grand Reserve. And it did one. So basically when we tried it through time, we usually try it about every 4 months. We will try some bottles and see how it evolves. And then at the 66 months, for us, it was just perfect. So we decided to disgorge it at that time.
What's that aging does to the wine? Because from the time that you put the cap on, I mean, that wine evolved in the bottle. The yeast died, like everything coming like, but after that, what's happening in the bottle in terms of flavor profile into the evolution?
Well, what gives the main aromas and flavor in the sparkling is that yeast. Like the yeast cells, they're gonna break down with time. So it takes maybe about 8 months to a year for the yeast cells to break down. But once they break down, they're gonna release some manoprotein, some amino acids, and those components are gonna add those aromas, biscotti aromas, a little bit of the yeastiness and the complexity, and they're gonna give you more flavor, but they also a little bit more creaminess in the mouth. So the longer you wait, usually you're going to get a little bit more intensity on that profile, but also some complexity. So every wine ages a little bit different, but it's really from the yeast breaking down and contributing to the aging of the sparkling.
So going from laser focus, very directional, high acid to something a little bit more creamy, a little bit more layered, and softer mouthfeel, basically, right?
And it is very important because at the beginning, when I make the base wine is kind of undrinkable. It's way too acidic. It's unbalanced. It tastes like lemon juice. So the key with sparkling is to be patient. So when you age it in the bottle and that yeast breaks down, it's really the magic that happens right in the bottle right there. It's gonna really bring that wine to life in a balanced way over the course of 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Is there any special blocks in the vineyard? Because you guys have more than one vineyard in Okanagan Falls. Is there a specific plot, a specific vineyard that the Chardonnay and the Pinot Noir comes from?
Yeah. Well, through experience, because I've been there since 2011. So I've learned to really know my vineyard and know the blocks and what they give me. And for sparkling, actually, it's kind of the opposite of what I would want for my King's Ransom Chardonnay, like barrel oak Chardonnay that wants to give me like great flavor. So for sparkling, for me, the key is actually to harvest the spots in my vineyard that are the coolest and that are the most vigorous, because I want a little bit bigger berries. Because for the juice of the sparkling one, you don't want any phenolics whatsoever in there. You want a clean juice as pure as possible. So having a little bit of a bigger grape is going to give you less skin overall ratio. So basically, when you're going to be pressing, it's going to be much less in phenolics. So you're going to have a pure, clean juice. And that's what I find gives me the best quality in my vineyard for sparkling.
That's a great answer. Thank you so much. Benoit, where are you from exactly in Quebec? Because we have some Quebecois here tuning in today. So I just want to give them a little bit of perspective.
Yeah, well, I'm from a region where it's impossible to grow grapes. I'm from Rwanda in Abitibi, so kind of the up northwest in Quebec. So one of the reasons I moved to the Yukon Valley is because I was born there and I found a much better place to live in.
Hey, Benoît, moi je suis de Chicoutimi, fait qu'on a un gars de Rouen, un gars de Chicoutimi, des gars de motoneige, OK? Fait que c'est ça qu'on fait en hiver, on joue au hockey, puis on fait de la motoneige. Je viens de revenir du Québec. Je suis allé passer une semaine avec mes parents avant Noël. J'ai ramené un petit quelque chose que moi, ça fait toujours bien plaisir à mes enfants puis bien plaisir à ma femme. Faut que je me fasse la place. Là. Je pense que tu sais ce que je vais te montrer. Là.
Oh oui. Les crottes
du fromage en grains calice.
Non, il n'y a rien de meilleur que ça. On trouve pas ici du fromage en crotte frais comme ça. Là.
Non, il fait squick. Il y a du lait dans le fond. Écoute, mes gars m'attendaient à la porte quand je suis arrivé hier. C'est pas salut papa, comment ça va? C'est il est où le fromage? Il est où le fromage? So just for our English our Anglophone person who are listening, we're just talking about the cheese curd here, which is something when you grew up with cheese curd like that at every gas station, wherever you go, and every meal it's on the table. Moving out west, for me, I don't know when you move out west. You move out west maybe like 20 years ago?
For me, yeah, it was 2007. So
I've been out west for since 2004. So we're pretty much around the same time. I mean, we missed that for sure. So yeah, I just bring it back. So hey, if you're not far off, you can swing by. I'll save you a little bowl.
It's been a while since I had the true cheese. Yes.
Awesome. No, it's a really cool. Oh, there you go. Mira's joining here.
And I had to say, it's not refrigerated. We always tell our kids, if you're done eating, put the food back in the fridge. And they did that last night. We were like, no, not the cheese curds.
The cheese is different. The cheese curds different.
That one of the issue here is that all the curd cheese that you can buy is refrigerated, so it loses its life, its essence. So yes, corner store cheese in Quebec is just the best for that.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's our second year with the Advent calendar. 12 days, 12 interviews like that, 12 wines from all over the country. It's a super cool thing that we do every year. We're so happy to have you with us, Benoît. Really, a lot of fun. Mira, do you have questions for Benoît?
No, you covered it in terms of, that was super interesting. I loved it. Thank you so much.
I have another question before we go, though. I want to talk about ageability. Mm-hmm. This wine spent 66 months on its lees from the 2017 vintage. So that's mean this wine was released in 2023, ballpark, correct? 24?
Yeah, about I would say I think we disgorged it probably in 2024. Yeah.
Is there more to disgorge, or you disgorge the whole thing?
For that batch, that was the whole thing. So
that was the whole thing.
Because
I know sometimes.
We might. Sometimes we keep some aside, but for this first, it was my first time making the Grand Reserve, so we disgorge the lot. But in the future, I might have something else coming up.
Yeah.
You know.
I like the little smile here. So I know, I don't know what's in the mind, but I know there's something going on. And what can we expect for aging? If people say, "Hey, Carl, can we get a few extra bottles?" Do you guys have some available at the winery right now?
Yeah, that one is currently available, and so everybody can go through you. Or on our website to order it. So if you wanna, we ship to across Canada. So if anybody is interested in getting that wine, go on the website. You're gonna see it there in the sparkling section, and then you can order it, and we will ship it to you.
And so, in terms of aging potential, what would you say? Because I told Mira this wine has at least another 5 to 7 years. Absolutely, no doubt about that. Would you say there's more than that?
Yes, there is more. Depending on how you like your wine, because I've tried some very aged sparkling, 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, And what I find is you're gonna definitely start having a little bit more oxidative notes on the nose, so losing a little bit the freshness. But sometimes the oxidative notes really mingle really well with the yeasty notes that the yeast is giving to the wine. So depending on your preference of profile for the sparkling, you can keep it for 10, 15 years and it's still going to be good. I would say, depending on the cork and how it's preserved, with time, you will lose a little bit of carbonation because the cork breathes a little bit. So your wine will be flatter if you wait 20 years. But in terms of, being good to drink and quality wine, yeah, easy 10 years, maybe 15, maybe 20. But personally, I would say this wine, I drink it between now and, I would say 7-8 years to be on the safe side, because I hate
same with
waiting
me
too long. So I'd rather enjoy wine when it's good than wait and then be disappointed because it's past its prime. So
it's been my message to my collector. I used to have a consulting company on purchase strategy and cellar management, and the question comes back all the time, right? And my question has always been, I'd rather you drinking maybe a little bit too early than a little bit too late. That's been my mojo for a long time. Mira?
I think that Daryl has the right idea. He says his will age about 20 more minutes. So
that's the right answer.
That's the right answer. Mira, I had Simon. I think Simon put a little bit of a tasting note. We have a member in Montreal who has a really good description sometimes. Would you mind to put the Simon's description, his little assessment?
First he said, Benoit, tu fais du sacrément bon vin santé. Okay. Pardon my French. I'm not French. And then what else did he say? Simon, I'm finding your comments. Oh, Carl, it's hard. There was a lot of comments across the different places. Oh, yes. Luxurious, but perfectly balanced, not too yeasty, nice crisp acidity balanced by richness. So thanks, Simon. That's great.
Merci,
and
Simon.
I love that.
One thing that I completely agree with Simon, all of it, but the richness. I love the mouthfeel, especially on the mid palate. We always analyze the finish, right? The length, the complexity, this and that. But I pay a lot of attention on the mid palate, and that's where that wine speaks to me right now. It's on the mid palate. Perfect weight, not heavy. It's kind of dense. I call it, it's light on its feet. It's dancing, but there's a nice weight and a nice richness as well.
Yeah, for me, what I like about this one is that it's not the most powerful wines, the aroma, but it's really more gracious and more in finesse. And that's what, when I smell the wine, it makes my brain work, to try to pick up all the little details on it. And usually that's what gets me really excited about a wine is the details. And I think that wine offers a lot, both in the aroma and the flavor, just lots of details so that it keeps your brain busy and just, you want some more.
I classify that wine as sophisticated. That's how I described it. The first word in my tasting note. It's sophisticated, and I think you're right. It's a little cerebral as well, where it makes you think. There's a lot going on. And Mira told me, I don't know what you're talking about, but I know that it's plain freaking good. So that was Mira's tasting note, and I think she nailed it on that.
Yeah. I know when I like a wine, and this one is amazing. So thank you so much, Benoit. That's awesome.
Well, thank you, guys. It's great to be here, and thank you for choosing my wine and sharing it with your group.
Well, thank you, and we would like to wish you a happy holidays, a well-deserved holidays this year, and man, we should get together soon, taste a few more wines.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be off pretty soon, so it's time to drink more wine now.
Hey, feel free to reach out. We have lots of wine from all over the country that we always like to share with guys like you. So feel free to shoot me a text. This gonna last for another maybe 12 hours, but I don't guarantee that if you text past 3 o'clock tomorrow, I don't guarantee that was gonna any left. But in terms of wine, I can't wait to share more with you, my friend. Thanks a million for joining us tonight.
Merci, Carl. Merci, Mira. Bonjour à tout le monde du Québec et du Canada. Thank you very much for everybody for being here tonight.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. So great. And you know what? You asked me if I had a question, and I thought of it just now because Jennifer's saying she's been enjoying it with some brie. So let's talk pairings for just 1 second, because I think you suggested some pairings. I put the link there.
I sure did. I think I was suggesting shrimp cocktail. Was it my pairing for this one?
Let me check, and I'll drop the link again if anyone wants to follow along. We're going to add tasting notes and scores on there from Carl, and you'll have access to this later if you have these wines in your cellar. So you said slightly chill, and pairing suggestion, chilled tiger prawns and cocktail sauce. Yes.
Yeah.
But we are having it. Oh, yeah. Shrimp ring worked well. So Simone took you up on that, but it sounds like Jennifer really liked it with the brie too. I mean, sparkling wine, in my opinion, goes with just about everything. Like,
I think you're bang on that, Mira.
Sparkling wine with popcorn.
But you know, I think we're not adventurous enough with sparkling and pairing with main course and with the main meal. I mean, these wines are fantastic. With and Mira's going to cook a piece of halibut after that, and I like with the fattiness of the halibut, will like this going to cut through perfectly. I'm super thrilled for our halibut a little later on, and I mean, yes, the cheese, yes, the chilled prawn, maybe salty scallop, pan-seared scallop would be great as well. There's so many things. Okay, go on. Only simple, like I don't know, like little duck rillette on the crostini will go well. Maybe with a little chutney on the top, a little jam, a little sweet jam. The acid will cut through. There's so many great things, and obviously oyster. I mean, like this with oyster is absolutely divine. So many great things. Did we had any other assessment on the wine, Mira?
Daryl's saying, I think he was referring to the wine as bready, but maybe he was just commenting, because then it sounds like he hasn't actually opened it yet, maybe. So we'll see. We'll see what Daryl thinks a little later. Guys, I hope I got everybody. You know what? I don't think I got Jeff and Stacy. I got to add you guys here. So we're doing a draw. We're doing a draw every night just because it's, you know, it's like Christmas and we want to say thank you and we want to have fun, and prizes are fun. So tonight we're giving away what, Carl? A choice of 2 things. I'm all about choices with prizes. So a lot of you already have this because it's our favorite thing. But it's a wine aerator. So not for your sparkling wines necessarily, but especially your reds, sometimes your whites. You pop this in the top of the bottle and it kind of instantly decants your wine. Like, it's pretty awesome.
It is really freaking awesome. I use that.
If you have like multiple wines open, you don't want to decant like 6 different wines. Nobody has that many carafes. So it's fantastic to have multiples of these. So you can pick from that, or you can pick from the last of these fabulous shirts. Who was there on this tour when we went with Thomas Batchelder? Vineyard touring. It was like a rock tour, but for wine lovers. See, we listed the vineyards on the back, the ones we went to. See, we went to Bijou, Wismar, Foxcroft, Hank, Wismar Park, the Wild West End, and Saunders. It was a really epic day. Really epic day.
It sure was. It sure was.
The last one, it's a size XL. So that's why you get a choice. If you really don't want the t-shirt, then you can get the aerator or whatever you like. Jeff and Stacy, I'm adding you. Stacy.
Well, you can also tune in tomorrow for a different price as well.
Yeah, every night. Oh, Simon had pork roast and patate jaune.
The patate jaune, oh my God. Mira, do you know what patate jaune is?
I don't.
So the patate jaune is when you put the potatoes right in the fat, like you let it cook right in. When your pork roast, like extract the fat, during the slow cooking, the potatoes are going to turn yellow. Because of the fat of the pork. Patate jaune, my grandma. Oh, I love my grandma's patate jaune. Oh my God.
So explain yourself, Carl Boucher. How come we've never had this?
Because you don't eat pork.
That's true. I've always said I don't really like pork. Oh, well, now I do. Now I do.
There you go.
I
And
didn't
we
know
have a
this was
nice
a
pork roast
possibility.
in the freezer that our friend gave us for taking a few extra kids in the hockey tournament a couple weeks ago. So
Yes. So we gotta. Ooh, Tracy made duck breasts with gnocchi. Jeez, you
whoa.
guys.
That's
That
awesome. See, I think we just started something with the halibut thing and all of the pairing that we suggested. I like to
yeah,
hear that. Joanne
yeah.
said the patate jaune, yummy, yummy. Yes, absolutely.
Well, there we go. Now we're
Absolutely.
all going to be making patate jaune for tomorrow. Tomorrow, though, what's our deal tomorrow, Carl? With let me see what you suggested. Wine number 2.
Tomorrow,
You said no need to chill.
no,
Cellar temperature.
cellar temperature for tomorrow. Cellar temperature.
And then you suggested as a pairing duck prosciutto with aged cheddar. So, I mean, Tracy, if you're having duck, you might want to save just a little for some crostinis maybe for tomorrow's. And then you've got 2 in 1.
That's it. That's it. You know the duck prosciutto,
yeah.
and or you know that bracelola,
Braseola. Yeah, braseola.
braceola. That will be also like that, like tiny, like dry meats, thinly shaved. That's what I had in mind with the one of tomorrow for tomorrow as well.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, shall we do the draw, you guys? I really fingers crossed that I got everyone.
PNA, okay, we'll play a game as well because I gave 93 plus point to that wine a year ago. I know I got some flack last year during the Advent calendar for underrate the first wine of the Advent calendar. So how about we play a game? You let me know right now. How do you think I did with my rating with the Noble Ridge Grand Reserve 2017 vintage, 66 months on lease with my 93 plus points. Let me know. I'm curious. I'm tasting it
might have been an underrating as well, at least on the Mira scale.
I taste that a year later. This wine has gained a little bit of weight, has gained a little bit of layerness, I would say. Yeah. It's really freaking good. It's really, really good. Benoit.
Really long too. Like, oh my
God. Yeah. I love the texture. I'm a sucker for texture. What I love with this wine is, yes, finesse, but this wine has a zippy acidity, beautiful energy, but also texture. So when you can mix, like really blend both together, that's where we're getting to that score at 93 plus in this area, because not only you get the directionality, like the energy, but you also get sometimes the opposite of what gives you energy and tense and some tightness in the wine. It's the texture and the softness, and we got both in there. That's why I think that it's something really. Oh, I mean, John Schreiner give it a 96 points, so this is no slouch right there, right? So yeah.
It is the one from Noble Ridge, 2017 Grand Reserve. Fabulous wine to kick off a celebration of Canadian wine for the next 12 nights. So if you don't know, we are live every night for the next 12. The exception, every night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, live with a winemaker interview similar to what we did tonight with Benoit Gauthier from Noble Ridge. On Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we're starting earlier, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. We just figured there's going to be people making dinner, and while you're making dinner, you can tune in. You can crack that bottle if you're going to and taste with us, or just learn as you're getting things ready. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun the next 12 nights, you guys. It's going to be fabulous. So let's do our draw prize. What do you call this? Spinning?
Spin the wheel, baby. Spin it, baby.
Here we go. It's for an Enovino or a limited edition club shirt. Super fun.
No, that can't be. I was about to joke about that. Okay, there's a problem.
That's awesome. So Tracy has the best luck on the planet. I mean, okay.
I was about to joke before you spin it and say I don't think we should allow Tracy to win because she's won way too many times.
No.
And here you go.
She deserves it. She is such a loyal fan. Tracy, congratulations.
That is I just can see Daryl right now with his head in his hand, just like say, what the fuck just happened?
Daryl's won a few times too. I do remember.
He sure did. He sure did. But I think oh my God, this is way too funny.
So we've done 2 big wine weekend getaways. We did one with Blue Grouse, and the people who won Blue Grouse, was it that one that had a name that rhymed it with Tracy? No.
Yeah.
The other people that won, of course, are Stacy and Jeff. And so when Tracy found out, she said, darn it, I was saying Tracy and the universe misheard me. And they put Stacy. The name sounds so familiar, right? But yeah, Tracy has like, we got to get your, you got to teach a course on like winning the lottery or something. But anyway, congratulations, Tracy. That's awesome. I'm going to message you, or you can let us know when you know if you prefer the limited edition shirt, because you were with us actually that day for the vineyard touring. Or you can get another Anno Vino, which you can't have enough of these. These are awesome. So we'll message you after. And yeah, Daryl's won a bunch. I do remember during the pandemic, you were winning like all kinds of cool things. So bunch of chocolates have gone your way, I think, in Anno Vinos. That's awesome, Jennifer. You did a blind tasting ahead of the live. That's really cool. Probably do that every night. That's a great thing. Yeah, we'd love to hear, your thoughts at the start of the lives, like what you think it might be. Anno Vino for Tracy, you got it. It'll be in the mail for you tomorrow, Monday. So there you go. It's so great to see you guys. What a great kickoff, Carl Boucher.
That was awesome. That was awesome. This wine is freaking spectacular. So tomorrow we have a gold medal wine coming your way, opening your way. So I'm not saying more, but yeah, gold medal wine line, unreleased. It's not out to the public yet. It's not been out to any of the winery club members. This wine's still unknown. Only Carl's Wine Club tasted it earlier this year, and yeah, this is I'm really freaking excited for tomorrow for everyone to taste our wine number 2.
Yes.
So yeah,
and this is a winemaker that I don't think we've heard from before either, so that's really cool.
No, and it's also a winery that we've never featured.
Yes, so that's right. So I'm really excited for this tomorrow night. So see you guys very soon. We'll be on every night, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, earlier on the 24th and the 25th. And cheers, you guys. Thanks for supporting world-class Canadian wineries like Noble Ridge and like the 2017 Grand Reserve The One. Such an amazing wine.
Hey, by the way, it's on our Shopify, so I don't know how easy it wants to...
I'm losing you, Carl. I don't know. You went sideways. All right, Canadian wine lovers, unless Carl comes back. You're coming? Okay, he's coming here. He's coming here. It's been a fabulous night, you guys. What were you gonna say?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome. No, I was just saying.
I lost you at the end there.
Oh no, yeah, I know. My thing died up there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. No, it's just saying this is we have it on our Shopify, so this wine is can be easily ordered. So
yeah. And I also put the winery website right there too. So that is available. Some of the wines that we're going to be in this calendar, the next 11 nights are nowhere to be found yet.
Yeah.
But we will make sure we get you guys access, like the one tomorrow, not released, but when it is released, we'll ask them to make sure that we're some of the first to
if someone is tasting it right now and say, hey, I would like a couple of more bottles, maybe we can just send us a note and we can send you a link.
Yep. Or I put it in the chat as well.
There you go.
Cheers, you guys. You have a fabulous, fabulous night. Yeah, Simon, sorry about that. Thank you, though. Yeah. It just keeps it a little interesting You got to see Carl jogging.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's good. Thanks so much, you guys.
Canadian
Cheers.
wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members. See you tomorrow.